Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Hey everybody, welcome back to part 4 of house number 6 of season 2 of houses. So many different numbers. So today, we're actually going to finish up the outside of the house and get started working on the inside. Now you might see some things that weren't done last part, and I want to go over those real quick. First of all, the floor is all oak wood, even the top floor as well. So if you do want to pause the video to do that real quick, you can. I just did that to save time so we can get right working on the interior as soon as we're done with the exterior. And also, I did the walls as they're one block back and they are using light gray wool. You're probably going to see that throughout most of these houses when we get to the interior. So how about we get started on finishing up the inside and the outside of this house. So again, we will need our acacia wood stairs with our acacia wood slabs and our sandstone. So basically, we completed the roof and this is what it should look like. I told you guys to complete this yourselves last part. And everything should look just like this. Besides that, we just need to fix this real quick. So it should end up looking like that. Perfect. And so this was really simple. All I had to do was keep following the outlines of everything. And there was a slab on the very top. And now we need to work on this area down here. So first of all, we're going to come to this small window that's only 3 wide. And like usual, we're going to do a stair step design that we've been doing this entire time. We will also need our, I almost forgot, our quartz slabs. And we're actually going to have our quartz slabs come over and basically be our foundation for the roof here. And basically we're just going to have these come all the way over to the other side. Just like this, like what we did with the top floor over there. And just kind of follow the outline for everything. Come over and stop it right there. And perfect. Now you notice that I didn't have these come all the way across, and that's because this is going to be its own stair step design. It's basically going to be the exact same thing that we did with this roof here, just a little bit lower. So let's add our acacia wood stairs in here with our slab on top with an upside down stair there. And then we just work our way back down, and we should end up right on top of the quartz slabs that we added. And then we just come back down. And it is important that you do end up and you start your stairs on top of the quartz slabs. Otherwise, it's going to look a little bit weird when you get to the finished product. So make sure you do that correctly. And then all you're going to do is kind of going off this roof. You're basically just going to have this be its own big pointy roof. And basically just start your stair step design going up again. And just kind of finish it off. This should come to a pretty big point because it's adding in 2 roofs together, basically. The full width of a roof. And it should come to a odd point if you made it exactly like me. Again, if you're 1 block off, it's not a huge deal. I wouldn't suggest like tearing everything down just to fix it. So just now, all we're going to do is just connect everything together. And I'm just going to turn everything just like this. And I guess we might want to get going on that roof. I forgot it doesn't go all the way up. And basically all we're going to do is just connect everything with the house until we get to this point. Now we get to this point, here's where we're going to start just working our way up with these. And like what we've been doing this entire time with all of the houses. And just work our way back down. And we should end up on top of the quartz slab again. If you did everything correctly, just like I did. Now I know that is like kind of tricky at first to do that slab thing. Because I know I messed it up quite a bit before. And that's usually why I add in the slabs first and then add in the stairs. Rather than the other way around. Also, real quick, we're just going to have this stair come all the way over and connect with the other side. It will kind of make it look a little bit more finished. And boom, perfect. Now that roof is done, obviously besides the actual stuff over here. But all we have to do now is just kind of follow the outline of everything. And I know I say that quite a bit, but it is one of the main things you really have to do if you want these houses to look correct. And it's usually pretty self-explanatory when it comes to a lot of this stuff. And don't worry, you should actually come up higher than some of these roofs here. That's actually fine. That's how it should be. And if you need to get rid of any blocks, basically, it's pretty simple. You just get rid of the ones that you don't need and just keep the one that you do. And now we're not going to have any more steep, roofs. We're actually just going to follow the outline now. We're not going to have any more roofs that we have over there. this one will just kind of flow nice and smoothly to its even point. So just come all the way over. Also, in advance, I'm sorry if you guys will hear hammering in the background, if there's any loud noises. It's because my parents are downstairs working on the house, just doing like some small renovations. So I am sorry if you do hear any hammers or any random noise in the background. And if it is Jax, I will let you know, but it shouldn't be Jax because he's actually not in the room, because he's probably downstairs with my parents and just wondering what the heck is going on. And boom. Yeah, but hopefully you guys are liking the house series so far. Now, this house series is going to have a little bit less houses than season 1, but that's just mainly because I've been very, very busy lately, and I still want to get as many houses out to you guys as possible without delaying it too much. And I think 7 is still a good number, you know. It's not going to be, it's still close to 10, and you're still getting some pretty good houses, I think. And I've never been that happy, like, with this series alone, I'm really happy with how these houses are turning out. Now, I know that I say that about every house. Usually I say, oh, this is the best house I've made so far. This is my favorite. And that's just because, you know, when you make something that you like, you really do know it. And even though it might not be the best house I've ever made, at that moment it might feel like it, just because, you know, sometimes I don't build houses all the time like I used to. So when I get back into building houses, it is actually quite a bit of fun for me. And when we get to here, just kind of turn it and connect everything together just like this. And here's where we get rid of all the excess stairs that we don't need that I was talking about. Get rid of the one, whoop, there we go. That was a corner stair, that's why. And then these here that we got rid of earlier, we can just kind of add those. Have the slide come over, get rid of that stair, make that into a full quart block. And boom, that finishes that off. Add in a slab here, perfect. And we should be good on all of the roof. And we just need to get rid of this one and replace that with a full block. And voila, and the roof of our house is done. As you can tell, it's a pretty big house. The roof does look very complicated, especially from a top point of view. There's a lot of red and a lot of corners going on, but I definitely think it kind of fits with the size of the house when it comes to how steep the roof actually is. And what we're going to do now is take out some cobblestone walls and some brick slabs. And what we're going to do is come to the top of the fireplace, and basically we're just going to add in some walls up here, and then on top of the walls add in the slabs, and it kind of just makes the fireplace look a little bit more finished. And now we can get started working on the inside. So I'm going to take some night vision just because it is kind of dark in here and we don't have any torches or anything like that. So what we're going to do is also for the windows, because I just realized we haven't done those yet, I'm going to use white stained glass for all the windows. And if you do want to use, actually, you know what, to kind of change up the color scheme a little bit from the outside, how about we use, I'm thinking maybe cyan glass. It will add a little bit more color and everything like that to our exterior. So basically all you're going to have to do is all the windows are 2 blocks wide, or 1 block back might be a better way to phrase it. And just like all the other houses in this series, that's how they should be. And that's actually the reason why we do that, is that when we get to the interior, we can actually use the walls to our advantage and get rid of the exterior walls. And so you don't really see them as much when you get to the interior, which is kind of nice. And just kind of fill all these in. And my inventory is getting really packed up, so we might have to clear that out after this, just so if we do need to use any more materials, we can. And same thing, just kind of do it with all these. Now notice I skipped these here. We're actually going to add in glass panes there, same color. I just don't want to take those out at the moment. And I think we're good for the first floor. Alright, so I think we're good. Let's clear our inventory real quick. As you can tell, it's pretty full. And I will say I'm actually liking this new tutorial world I'm setting up, mainly just because I like the fact that it's more organized already. And also the roads look so much better and more organized, which, as you guys know, organization is a very big thing to me. Alright, so using our light gray wool, we can now get started on making the walls for our house and on the inside. Also, for stairs, I want to use, I'm thinking maybe some dark oak wood stairs might look pretty good for everything. Okay, so what we're going to do is start here, and we actually can start upstairs, because what I want to do is I want the stairs to start right here, which is actually like a perfect area for it. And basically what we're going to do is just have the stairs come back and work back down. So nice and simple, and we just have them come back down. Now, if we need to turn them to make sure, you know, they're not going to get too close to our front door, we can easily do that. But I think we might be fine. Yeah, so that actually, I think that's pretty good. And I think that's actually kind of perfect, actually. And we just have the walls come over and kind of hide everything else. And then we just kind of stack this all the way up. Just like this, nice and simple. I will say my work kind of like shows me some new designs for buildings and things. So in South Lake, I'm actually going to have a lot more new designs for buildings, which might be pretty cool and also pretty realistic. And so we're just kind of covering up the stairs here, just like that, and boom. So now we have all that completed. And why is this one too tall? There we go. That looks a little bit better. So now we have our stairs taken care of. We have the perfect area for it. And voila. It's actually like a perfect area to bring up the stairs too. Like we have that area here. Like it seems like it was made for the stairs. So when we come in, we have the stairs just to our right. Maybe we can make the living room right here. And let's see, just kind of shut this off a little bit. Or we could make this into its own little office area. So if we want to make a pretty big office area, we could easily do this. So let's kind of make that into the office area. We can add a bathroom in also as well. So the bathroom could go, let's make the bathroom the same size. Just like that. There we go. So this can be a office. This can be a bathroom. So now, there we go. We already have those two taken care of. Now for the living room, maybe we want the living room to be over here because it's a pretty big area. Or do we want it to be over here? I'm thinking maybe over here. So let's add in a wall here. And we're just going to make it into a solid wall first. And then we can kind of figure out where we want the door to be. So I'm thinking maybe the door should go maybe like right here. We'll make it 3 tall, just like that. Okay. So the living room, pretty big area. We have a lot of space to work with here. We could maybe even add a guest bedroom somewhere down here as well. Let's see. So I'm thinking the kitchen and the dining room should go over here. So maybe another bathroom here or a closet, one of the two. So I'm thinking I'll probably just show you guys like the main layout and what I think every room should be. And then you guys can kind of go in and fill it in for yourselves. Because mainly like the layout is what people I think have trouble with when it comes to interior. And I can totally agree with that because I do too. And we're just going to make these into some solid walls. Now if you want to change any of the colors of the walls, go right ahead. These are mainly just colors that you can always change them up if you want. Just like how a usual house is, you know, you have the white walls and then you can always change them later if you so choose to. And boop, put that there. And all the doors on the inside will be basically too tall to accommodate just the plain regular doors. Alright, so again, office, bathroom. And then over here we said we were going to make this our kitchen and dining room area. So this actually might work out pretty good. Some pretty big spaces to work with. So we just kind of make this into a solid wall. Just like this, stack it all the way up. I'm going to get rid of those. And just kind of stack this all the way up. We will make our entrance here. So I'm thinking the side closest with all the windows should be the dining room area. Just because of how open it is. So right here will be the kitchen area. We'll make this right here the dining room area like we said. So just like this. Pretty big opening. Might even make it 1 block taller. And I think that kind of takes care of that space. A pretty big space to add in our table and other accommodations that we want. So again, kitchen area goes here. We might even just move this wall over a little bit. Kind of add in a little bit more thickness to everything. That way if you want to add shelves or anything like that, you can. And that's like the one thing I think I've always struggled with is trying to figure out like what spaces do you really need and which spaces do you really not need, you know? That's probably one of my biggest troubles when it comes to making houses. This area here, we could make this into its own little area. And maybe we can make this an office. And maybe this one here could be a guest bedroom. Maybe. I don't know. Because if we take out some stone brick stairs and some stone brick slabs with some nether rack. And what are some other materials that won't burn? I'm thinking maybe let's continue with brick. So what we're going to do is make this our fireplace, obviously, because that's where the fireplace is. What we're going to do is just kind of stack it up like this. And wow, we're already at 14 minutes. So after we get done with this layer, we're probably going to call it quits. So I'm going to add slab, slab, slab. Just like this. Add in everything to kind of cover up everything. Get rid of the wood, because that will easily burn for obvious reasons, because it's wood, and wood is made to burn. And kind of finish this off. Boom. Another rack goes there, and now we have a nice little fireplace. Then we can just kind of continue with adding brick here if we want. Then we kind of make it look a little bit more finished. Pachow, perfect. And what kind of, we could make that into like its own little like play area. Our living room we said was going to go here, but do we want a guest bedroom? I'm thinking if we move the door over to the other side, we can make this into a guest bedroom. Because believe it or not, we don't really have too much space upstairs. So what I'm thinking is from here all the way over, we can make this into a guest bedroom. So not too small, but also not the biggest. We don't want to make it too big. Just like this. I mean, we could even move the wall over a couple more blocks if we so chose to. And perfect. Just like that. Okay, so our living room area would go right here. And then our door leading to the garage could go here. And so basically this would be like a mudroom area. So we can make this into its own separate room. And add a door here in the center. There we have that. Perfect. And we could even have the stairs going down here, so that way we don't have to have stairs going down immediately to this to everything. I'm just gonna add like the stairs there. You don't have to use that material if you don't want. I'm just kind of using that for reference, just because it was mainly the only stair I had in my inventory at the time. Perfect. Replace the wood underneath the wall with everything. Also, for your garage area, I'd maybe suggest like using stone or something like that. Okay. I'm going to stack up these walls. And so basically upstairs, I want you guys to basically do by yourself. Now, some people might not like that. Upstairs will be pretty easy. I could do maybe a rough foundation now to kind of show you guys what I think could work. But that's really just, you know, again, not great with layouts and everything, but I'm thinking the master bedroom would probably start like right around here and go to the end of this, because that way you can have the fireplace and everything. We could have another guest bedroom here this entire length. That way there's enough room for a bed. We could have a bedroom here with a 2 wide alleyway. And our last room would basically, I mean, kind of simple, would go right, let's even get rid of this wall so we have a little bit more space for when we come up the stairs. Because, ooh, we don't even need this layer, which actually works out perfectly. So now we have a little bit more walking space when it comes to just coming up the stairs. That actually works out perfectly. So that way we can even move this over one. Just like that. Maybe that could even be a bathroom. And then the last guest bedroom will go right here with, again, 2 block long alleyway to finish all that off. So basically just got to finish by adding the glass in to all of these. And yeah, so I think that's basically it. Another fireplace would go here just like the one down below. I think would be a pretty good design for it. I love this design for fireplaces just because it's really simple and looks pretty good in my opinion. And slab with the brick. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching this house, guys. So the last house will be next week. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned in for that. And hopefully you guys don't mind the interior too much to this house. So bye-bye, everyone, and thank you very much for watching. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.